Hi there, this is your friend Anna, and the question that I've been getting the most from all of my friends is, what are we wearing? This age-old question isn't just about choosing an outfit, it's about choosing how we present ourselves to the world. I created the I Want Her Shoes podcast to dive deep into what it means to dress with intention, whether you're heading to a council meeting or just having a casual day out with your family. Join the conversation as we explore the power of personal style and the decisions that shape our public personas. Put on your favorite pair of shoes and step into my closet. Welcome back to the I Want Her Shoes podcast. I'm your host, Anna, and I'm really excited to have everybody back join us, and especially our guest is Ella. And you guys might remember Ella from one of our first, I think it was episode 9 that you were on. Yeah. Yes. And we talked about a little bit of financial crimes, and today we decided to come back to revisit some fashion crimes that happened during Fashion Week.
Yes, and Paris Fashion Week.
Specifically the Paris Fashion Week, because I feel like that's kind of like the main attraction for fashion, really.
Yes,
like
it is.
What happened to New York Fashion Week? First of all, let's talk about that, because I feel like it disappeared. It used
to be a thing.
Yeah, I used to really want to go to it, and now
Fashion Night Out used to be a thing where Bloomingdale's would sponsor it. It would be a whole event.
Yeah. Is that gone now?
I mean, with all the crime in the city, I think maybe they just decided not to take their chances.
And take it all to Europe.
Take it all to Europe. I mean, designers are in Europe, so...
That's
the exception of couple in the States.
Yeah, what are your favorite designers in the States?
I mean, you have Ralph Lauren, Tom Ford.
Oh yes, I think those are kind of
those are kind of a big deal.
Armani was one of my favorites because when I was in high school, we did like a special project on him. I was in one of those like cool high schools where you learn in different ways, and we did this big. It took like half a semester to do.
That's funny. I went to a high school like that.
Did you?
Where it was like
called the Academy,
Oh, okay. Mine was Waldorf Education, but that's a little weird. But
we'll
get into that next time.
Well, ours was called like the Academy, and you use a lot of technology, like video. So we used like video, and we did some animation, and then there was like because it was fashion. And I guess I've always liked fashion since then.
Who doesn't like
my
fashion?
Gosh, yeah. So, but I guess Ralph Lauren, and he's actually from like he's an immigrant from like the EU, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. And Tom Ford, I think, is probably I would say the best out of all of them.
I mean, out of all of them, gotta give it to Tom Ford, right?
And then Donna Karan, and then
there's Donna Karan, there's Michael Kors, there's
But Michael Kors, I mean,
Michael Kors collection.
I love you,
No. Michael Kors collection, not the Michael Kors that you buy at Marshall's. No. The Michael
Tory
Kors.
Burch, she's
Tory Burch is coming up.
Really well.
Yeah, she's doing well.
And who's behind Coach? Now Coach,
I don't know. And Coach is becoming something
it's
too.
Insane.
Yeah.
It's weird because like that's what I think about grandma or mom. Like when we were in high school, like that's
grandma?
Or like that was like your mom. That I don't know. Like my boyfriend's mom had that. My mom had like different bags, but I feel like it was very like American.
Yeah.
But not really cool.
No.
But now
it's kind of cool. Yeah. The big bag that they had.
Oh yeah, the one like the clutch thing.
That was really cute. Yeah. So there is American designers. We're not saying they're all bad. They're actually pretty good. But my like go-to has always been French and Italian. I just think they just do a better job for me.
I mean, I feel like Italian is very, I know some people like French. I definitely always lean more towards Italian. Yeah. Like as far as clothes goes, but
I mean, you can't go
I like Yves Saint Laurent, which is definitely French.
So French.
French, I know.
Très French.
Yeah, so I think, speaking of fashion crimes, we just had our, Paris Fashion Week, and there was a lot of different kind of new designers, not new designers, but designers who like join new houses, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and
here I go.
So, and I know that you're a big Chanel fan, so why don't we start with that collection first?
Okay.
Because I feel like there was a lot of emotion.
There was a lot
from
of
both
emotion.
sides, a lot of positive and negative emotions.
So yeah, there was definitely an emotion. I watched the show and I cried at the end of it. I never cry.
Physically
Like,
cry?
I
Oh
have
my God.
actually, like, tears. I'm not a crier. I don't, romantic movies, birth of my daughter, like, nothing has made me, like, really weep. Not that the show made me weep, but it just, I felt like something died and I got really sad. And I think Matthew Blasé, he's not the right choice for Chanel. And I'll say that out loud, and you can disagree to agree or what, but
So let's dissect that and talk about why you feel that way.
Yeah. I think he's a newish newcomer. Not everybody knew him before the pandemic. He came into the house of Bottega Veneta. He took a leather house.
He created those weird heels.
He created the square heels that we both have. Yes, those things, cool things with Bottega Veneta, which if you thought of Bottega Veneta before him, all you thought about was the weaved bags, right? And that was it. You didn't think about fashion.
Of the shoes.
Now you think about the shoes. You think about the outfits. There were so many.
The blazers he made, like the little tiny.
Really, he just put it out there, and Bottega Veneta took off. Okay, it became a household name again, and not just for the leather, but also for fashion. Accessories. Everybody was wearing those gold ball earrings that looked massive, and
and they were. Yeah. I mean, they are heavy. Actually,
I don't have them. I
don't have them, but I try. I can't do that with my ear.
Yeah, just do that. It's too big.
Yeah.
But it was great for them, and I think what happened was Chanel was having problems. Their numbers were down, and they said, well, who can we bring in to revamp this house, right? Because Virginie was becoming stagnant. Her designs were keeping up with the classic Chanel, but they were boring at the end of the day.
But I mean, I feel like we really haven't had a good designer of Chanel since Carl.
Nobody can replace
I feel
Carl.
like it was only Carl and then original Chanel.
Coco
and
Carl.
everything else has been kind of just not that strong, and I think that's why they were losing steam.
So they were losing it, and they brought in this Matthew Blasé. And Matthew Blasé decided to take something and give it his spin. Without taking into consideration the two things that Chanel stands for: class and elegance. Okay? In every PR campaign, on every press release, all Chanel says is, we are classic, we create elegant, we are this, we are that. None of that came out from Blasé's show. It came into this manly suits, which I will tell you why he's done this probably. He collaborated with a house for shirts, which is the Charvet. They used to make shirts, white shirts, custom shirts. So once you already start collaborating with some other house, you're losing that perfect sense of what Chanel was, right? Like, you're not Chanel anymore. You are H&M times Versace.
I wonder if anybody's actually going to buy those bags, because like those bags.
Let's talk about those
bags,
right? So if I'm spending $10,000+,
I mean, it's an art piece. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's kind of what it is, because it's never going to be created again.
It's not going to be created again.
So
which is waste. Which is
and then people will show it as like, oh, look at this like capsule collection that happened, and they had this, but it didn't work out.
If you're going to be collect one just to have one that you had one from Mathieu Blasé because he only lasted one season. I don't think he's going to last more than that. Have it.
I mean, I definitely think accessories will not work.
The accessories. Let's talk about them.
And
I think there was only
are just
one.
Weird and like
there was a bird on one of the earrings.
Like the little chick one.
The little
chicken.
There's a chick on the Chanel
earring,
which didn't even look like Chanel. It looked like
Legos.
Je ne sais pas. Yeah. Something. I don't think he did justice to Coco to keep her legacy going. And maybe, you know, the theory is that every time a huge designer comes in like this, or design house comes in like this and changes the outlook and puts some more suits and does something, this is talking about where the economy is headed, sort of.
Well, yeah, so let's talk a little bit about that, because I'm not a huge Chanel fan other than the accessories, really. Like, I don't own any clothes that are Chanel. I used to have a vintage suit that I used to own that I did resell because I just, like, I didn't
we weren't wearing it.
No,
right.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, but I feel like from what I saw, I mean, I did see some things that were, like, very creative and interesting, right? But I definitely, like, don't see, like, I don't feel
the
like
essence of Chanel, right?
Yeah, like, I mean, some pieces, yeah, it was still there. Like, I feel like that dress that they ended with, like, that flow, that was really beautiful. And there were some pieces that I definitely like and I would wear. But, like, most of it definitely did not have, like, a classic vibe. Especially, I was disturbed by the bags. I love their bags.
I love their bags.
That's why I was like, who's really gonna, again, if you're a collector and you just really love collecting, and I think that's who it really is made for, is those kind of people.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna use a bag like that. Come on, it looks like it's a piece of trash.
No.
Like, it looks like I took my bag and I ruined the only bag. Like, my kid took it and, like, twisted.
Exactly. Or, like, it got run over by my car.
Yeah. But that's the whole thing with his aesthetic.
But which is fine, but not for the House of Chanel. I'm sorry to say that. Not for this, right?
So it'll be very interesting to see how that's going to play out.
Yeah.
Because right now, their sales are up by 15%.
Which is fine, because if you're thinking
people
about...
are curious. Or maybe they're going to buy the old Chanel because they're scared it's going to go away.
This is exactly what
because maybe that's what's happening.
Yes.
Really, it's not the new stuff they're buying, guys.
I'll tell you this. So a girlfriend of mine who just who's in Toronto, and she went to Montreal. She was like, "Oh, I stopped by Chanel after seeing this disaster of a show. I needed to buy whatever I can buy now that's classic, because I know the next season is going to be a disaster."
Well, they're all, I mean, the big story right now is saying that next year, 80% of what people purchase is going to be, like,
vintage.
Resold.
Vintage,
because there's not, like...
Because the style...
The new stuff sucks,
well,
guys.
because
come on.
you have to remember,
the
people that
anymore.
are buying... The people that are buying are the millennials.
And also
the older generation. Now the millennials have come into this, okay, I have a stable job. I can finally afford Chanel,
but I'm not going to, like, buy a Chanel for $10,000.
I'm not going to buy a Chanel that's ran over by a car.
No. Well, I'm going to go to Poshmark, or I'm going to go to Real or any of those, or...
wherever, a nice consignment,
eBay or anything.
Consignment Times in Miami is great.
Yeah, you go get your like
Chanel
original nice Chanels, like, that are really going to be hard to find, I guess, now.
Yeah, from now on, they will be really hard to find, which is really sad, because Chanel is supposed to be classic. It's supposed to be timeless. You're supposed to have it for generations.
Yeah, but I think they will always have their, like, classic bags, because there's a clientele for that. Like, I'm hoping they'll be they will be like Matthews or whatever section.
Yeah,
and then they'll
in the
be
back.
The other
Keep it in the back.
And that's it. So, but that's, I mean, again, we would love to hear from you guys, and especially ladies, because there's no men's collection for Chanel.
No, Chanel.
And why do you think they don't want to do that? I mean, do you think that also ruins kind of the classicness of it, adding men to the story?
They've never done it, and they don't want to do it. Men can still wear, they still wear the pins, they still accessorize. Some men even wear the oversized.
No, they buy, like, women's
stuff, exactly. Yeah. And it's fine. You want to do that? You want to wear the pearls? Go ahead and wear the pearls. It's okay. But if you don't want to do it, don't do it.
Yeah,
for sure. But as I was saying, with where the economy is going is where fashion is going. You have to think about one of the biggest fashion houses, Louis Vuitton, is doing bad, like, really poorly right now, too. Well, the reason, and what did they come up with? A new thing that they came up with: lipsticks.
I know.
If you think about Great Depression, you think about the things that were happening back then, economy-wise, right? What was one thing that women were able to afford?
Lipstick. Motherfuckers.
Lipstick.
But I'm never going to buy $300 lipstick.
First of all, that's kind of... But this is
But that's all you can afford there. I guess you buy something,
right? Yeah. Like, so if you're going to be buying something to make yourself feel good in a time when things are not going well, maybe you can splurge on that lipstick.
I mean,
and those manly suits,
months, right?
You know, or, hey, maybe we're headed somewhere where we didn't think we were headed.
Yeah. So, hey, I feel like we'll see where
we're headed.
Where we end up, right? But let's talk about some other collections that we saw at Paris Fashion Week
for a second.
You like that one?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Class.
No, they definitely had class, and I really liked Valentino, to be honest, because I love
so
the block
nice.
colors they
So
use. Like,
nice.
that's totally my kind of dressing.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
like block dressing,
Beautiful.
very simple, beautiful.
Yeah.
And Yves Saint Laurent, again, they brought back all their classics.
Did
like,
you
again,
see the set, the design of the
Yes.
set? How beautiful was that?
that was classic
Bravo,
for them.
bravo,
Yeah.
bravo.
So, and what did you think about really the new Balenciaga?
It's like the old Balenciaga revamped.
Well, I feel like it's the Balenciaga that was maybe like really old.
Really old.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
which
saying.
is
really,
cool,
really
yeah.
old. Which is cool.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I'm not a big Balenciaga fan. I actually don't own anything that is Balenciaga.
Really? I like Balenciaga.
I know.
have
I
a
can
few
see.
things.
Yeah.
And I definitely like I don't like the huge glasses. I
No,
think that's
no,
a little
yeah.
too much, but I do like a lot of the pieces. I definitely would probably get.
There was a crop top I really liked.
Yeah,
Like, okay, I gotta
there's
work
some
on
really
those
cool.
abs
I know, I
because
love how,
the crop
and
top.
I really like
And
the
the skirts
Yeah,
with the crop top. Oh, that's we're just talking about.
I
the same
love.
thing.
That's what I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna wear that too. Yeah, so like, yeah, and that's kind of the trend too, and I love
You have
that.
to wear those shoes.
Yeah, and the shoes. I think the shoes were cool too. I like the shoes that he did.
I didn't see the shoes. I didn't pay attention. I was really into that crop top.
Yeah, no, I think he definitely did a good job with
Yeah,
it, and
yeah.
you know,
Not
we'll
bad.
see. I want to go in there after they like change everything up and see the store. And then what I didn't really like is Miu Miu. Like what happened?
What happened?
What
there?
is that?
What?
Like
What's with
the
the aprons?
It's like
The floral.
talking
my
about.
grandmother used
No,
to
but
wear
listen,
those
this is
things.
babushka's like
That's what I'm
platochka bullshit. Sorry, guys, I was just saying that it's like a little handkerchief
Yeah.
that grandmas like. Scarves are back in. Our
Which is
grandmas
great.
used to wear scarves though on their heads, and
Yeah.
like it used to be a big trend. And like the
When
apron.
they used to go to the,
Yeah.
to the market
yeah,
to buy fruits
to-
and stuff.
No, but again, going back to, does that mean like that's where the globe, like where we are, like women are going back into the kitchen? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, is that what that they're trying to like? I mean, I feel like there's like hidden.
Maybe there's a hidden thing. Maybe this is a way of saying like maybe we need to take a step back.
Yeah, because I
Whereas
feel like it
Chanel's
was
saying
very,
wear the man suit and go out there.
yeah, because Miu Miu, I feel like it was literally very like kitchen, like
Very kitchen.
in the house,
Very kitchen.
and
And
everything,
lingerie-ish kitchen.
like literally no pants.
No, and yeah.
I forgot
You will
my
not
pants
catch
in the
me
kitchen.
wearing that apron. I'll tell you that much.
It's not even sexy.
No,
Like, it's-
I even thought like, how can I make it sexy?
And then you're like, no.
I wouldn't even try. So
So yeah, no, I feel like it's very interesting. And although Fendi was really good too. The
Fendi was
bags,
good.
did you like the peak bags that they had?
I
Oh my
like the
god, I
bags.
love
the
those.
peekaboo bags
Yeah.
are beautiful, but then they had one with like a sunflower face on it. Did you see that
No.
one? Oh my god.
Is it good or bad?
No.
No.
It was not good.
Okay.
It looked like the apron from me
Oh my God.
to a bag.
Yeah, they had some interesting patterns and stuff, but I
Yeah.
thought it was, again, Fendi's been trying to like step it up.
I know.
So, like,
And some of the clothes were really nice.
Yeah.
Like
And
good
then
jobs.
Gucci just looks like Valentine.
Gucci, for some reason, this season, I was like,
Well, he brought back like the class.
the class.
He literally took. Okay, I remember they did this movie now with Demi Moore, and like it was really creative.
Tiger,
where,
something Tiger.
Yes.
The Tiger, whatever.
where
it's called,
they used like they didn't have a fashion show, but what they did is they produced a movie with like really they had obviously they had a big budget for this
Yeah.
campaign, but they produced a movie and then they invited all like celebrities and influencers to wear the people
big-
that
yeah.
they were going to put in the fashion show to this premiere,
which was great.
and then like put it all out there on social,
loved
so
it.
which was very creative and differently done, and I do think the Gucci looks like it's back from the 90s.
Back from the
like,
90s, which is
with leopard
beautiful.
prints, with the belts that we still have.
the fur
Yeah.
coat with the little,
Yes.
it was great.
Yeah, and like Demi Moore's dress, the gold one,
The
was
gold
beautiful.
one. Or the flowers, you remember their flowers?
Yes.
Like the flora, whatever
yes,
it's
so
called.
it was very
beautiful.
well done.
Very
like,
well
that
done.
is good marketing.
Good job.
Good job,
Good job, Gucci.
Who would have thought?
I know. I kind of should have been wearing probably Gucci.
Well, I mean, I think you're trying to protect the classic.
I am. The classic
Chanel.
Chanel needs to stay. I mean, Carl did such a good job.
Yeah, but yeah, he really did make it
He did.
like the modern classic, and
He
like
did.
every piece was just so like
so
collectible.
good. It was so
yeah.
good. It was so fresh too. It wasn't boring. You could, wear the silks. You could wear the bows. Everything was just
Yeah.
so nice. Now the camellia looks like. I mean, did you see what the camellia looks like? It's like a starfish-looking pearly thing that he calls the camellia. I'm upset.
It's okay. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna pass by. But we would love to know what you ladies think about all the new collections.
Yes.
And yeah, it was definitely a fun. I think it was one of the most intense fashion weeks because there were so many changes and new houses. But also, I feel like it's the same people moving from different houses, right? So how much creativity can you bring? Because you have your own aesthetic, so you bring your aesthetic and you mix it with like the house, but like how much can you bring because it's your own aesthetic, right? So I think what I'm trying to say is we need more designers. We need to broaden it. We need to bring more talent in to these houses. So
go to FIT, go to Parsons, look at these new kids who are designing.
Such amazing ideas,
right?
New like fresh talent, right? That's kind of, I mean, I feel like that's what we need really more than anything in the fashion industry. So
for sure.
Yeah, and I feel like buying vintage now. We don't like anything. We're not going to buy any of it.
We're going to go vintage.
We're going to go vintage, and also like brands that are maybe less known and handmade and like actually getting close handmade, like, you know, because that's actually much cheaper than buying it at Chanel or Gucci or anything, because literally you can find a good seamstress, you could bring fine materials, you can really create some cool stuff. Back to the days of wearing the Miu Miu apron and just sewing your own clothes. Well, cheers to going back to the sewing machine. Fashion crimes. Worst things could happen. Of course, that's true. Well, yeah, so this is a new segment of Fashion Crimes on I Want Her Shoes podcast. So we'll be here maybe every couple months, or if we see something happen. Yeah. And we'll come back on and we'll talk about the fashion crime. And if you have anything that you want us to cover, definitely send it in. And thank you so much for showing up again for us today. And have a wonderful rest of the week, ladies. Bye. Bye. Hey. Yeah, that was great. That was great. Thank you. And it was so good because we didn't just talk about that. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And it was 25 minutes. It was.